Hey guys, it's Facetune and I'm back like I never left behind. If you know, then you know that I'm back with another video. And today I'm coming to you guys with a how to make them pictures look sexy, how to make the pictures look snatched up the fuck. Before I carry on, better make sure you subscribe to my channel right now, real quick, because your girl needs your help still. I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you the little tricks on how to do that. Nice, smooth, beautiful natural pictures, not too much, just perfect. Okay, so the app that I use to edit my pictures is Facetune. Why do I pick Facetune? Because I just feel like Facetune just gives a lot more variety on the things you can do with your pictures. So firstly, download the app Facetune. Once you download the app Facetune, you don't really have to pay for it because I don't really use that many features in it anyway for me to need to have to buy it, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. So once you've downloaded it, find the pictures that you want first. The first thing that I do is I go into my photo gallery and I find the pictures that I really want. And for example, in this case, this picture. So in this picture, I'm just like scanning through what I really want, and then I find the perfect picture, but then I don't really like the shadows in my picture. So what I do is that I cut it out. So I cut out the shadows out of my picture in the photo gallery edit. So once I've done that, then now I'll go to Facetune. So I'll click on the app Facetune. Once I'm there now, what I'm going to do, the first and foremost thing is I'm going to look at the picture. What do I need to lighten up? Because, you know, you don't want your picture to look a bit, you don't want the lights to be dull and you don't want the darks to be like too dark or grayish. If you're wearing I'm wearing a black outfit with a bit of white on it. So I want the blacks to be nice and dark, but I want the whites to pop out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the whiten icon. Once I click on the whiten icon, I'm gonna zoom in exactly where I want to do that to. So for example, in the instance of this is the straps around my jumper, the white straps. I zoom in on there and then I click on that white icon and then I start rubbing it. But for me to see it properly, I tend to put that slide thing a little bit higher so I can see exactly what I'm doing, so I don't whiten the wrong parts of the picture. So I whiten every single part of the picture that I want to whiten, and then after that I now adjust the amount of whiteness that I want in the picture. I tend to go for mainly between 40 to 50 volume of the whiteness, because I don't want it to be too bright and unrealistic. I want it to just be nice and pretty, not too bright, just perfect. So I tend to go for the 40 and 50s, but for this one I'm gonna go for the 50 mark. Okay, so now once you've done that, you like how it looks, nice and pretty. So from there now I go onto the smooth icon because I want to smoothen some parts of my body that I don't really like. I don't really like to see some of my dents on my body. Sometimes when I'm showing a bit too much, I'm like, oh, I don't really like that there. Just want to, smooth it out. Not completely wipe it out, but just kind of smooth it out a little bit so you can remove all those unperfect parts that you don't want to keep in the picture. Okay, so I smooth out all the little bits and then I reduce, like I always do, reduce the smoothness to the specific amount that I prefer. Okay, because what we really want to do for this picture is we don't want it to be fake. We don't want it to be too fake. We just want it to just look kind of natural. Okay, so now after I've done that, so now I'm just trying to scan through the picture. I zoomed in my face to see if there's anything that I really want to correct there, but nah, I don't need to do anything with that. Just gonna keep it like that. So now what I'm gonna do, I want to add a little bit of contrast here and there and a bit of sharpness on my picture because I like my stuff to look kind of crisp and a little bit of that nice background fade. Over to the edit box. This is the one where you can find all these extra beautiful bits of brightness, contrast, exposure, etc, etc. Okay, so for this picture I don't want to do too much to it, so now I'm gonna add a bit of contrast to my picture because I like my pictures, like I told you, I like the darks to be dark and the whites to be whites. Okay, so add a little bit of contrast, not too much. We don't want the fake stuff, because if you got fake stuff, it's gonna look kind of messy, and then when it's messy, you're gonna look like some crazy person. You don't want to look crazy, you know. So now we're going to add the sharpness to it, because remember, I like them to be crisp. I like my pictures to be crisp, but not too much, okay? So to see, look, okay, perfect. So I'm going to just add a little bit of sharpness to that, and right after that, I'm going to add a bit of, I'm going to just add some defocusing on that, because you don't want it, you don't, like, I feel like when you can see the background, you kind of, the image kind of doesn't make sense. Basically, defocusing your picture kind of removes all the background. Okay, it removes all the background and it just puts the spotlight on you. So as you can see, I'm just coloring, and I'm just fading out everywhere that I don't want, every little bits and bobs. Obviously, don't worry about it being too perfect, but try as much as you can to make it as perfect as possible if you can. You know, it's not a big deal. Okay, just make sure that it's you don't put the fade on the wrong part, like your body. You can see I'm making a few little mistakes on there. You can see I'm making a few little mistakes on there. Don't mind that, I'm tired when I was doing the video. But anyway, yeah, as you can see that I'm just sorting out the little parts that I don't like. Okay, and then I'm gonna put all the way up. I like to put it all the way up so that I can see clearly of what I'm doing in the past, because if it's not all the way up and you can't really see what you're doing, then you're gonna kind of maybe miss out some parts of it, and you don't want to do that. So put all the way up, cover everywhere you want to cover, and make sure you cover every little bits and bobs around your body outline. And then after that, adjust it to the amount that you want, the amount that you prefer. So in here, in this instance, I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't like too much of it. I just like just the right amount. Like, you know, like when you take a picture with a normal with a proper camera, you see how like the background is kind of blurred a little bit. So yeah, that's the kind of effect I was trying to go for as well on this one. So after that, that's the finished product, guys. So yeah, this is how to edit your video, or I mean, this is how to edit your pictures using Facetune for beginners. Basically, I will teach you guys how to do the more enhanced stuff, and that, like, you know, how to add color to the hair and stuff like that. Or let's say you got a bit of a spot on your hair that you don't really like and you're kind of struggling with fixing that, I will also teach you guys how to do that as well. And yeah, so if you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button right now, because I'm gonna bring more how to do videos for you guys, so that, you know, we can both learn. I can teach you guys things that I know, and you guys can teach me what you guys know. Facetune, guys.